This is the issue that backs up my statement. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. So today we'll be going over the issue that houses the first appearance of the DC character known as Krakkl. Now, back when I covered the first issue of DC versus Sonic, I came across that panel where Flash had mentioned Krakkl and was completely confused as to who that character was. And after doing some digging, I figured out that it ended up being one of the 90s characters that they ran in their issues. And figured, you know what? Let's see if anybody else has done a video on this character. And weirdly enough, no, I couldn't find a video covering Krakkl's first appearance anywhere, or really any issue of that, well, of course, had Krakkl in it. So instead, I decided, why not just do it myself? So, without further delay, our story today kicks off with Wally West simply asking, "Yeah, is that you, Krakkl?" As he is tuning into his personal radio. It was surrounded by all of his Barry Allen merch that he has in his bedroom. We know it's not Jay Garrick, because that's not the same look, and Barry was the second Flash. But there is a very grainy, I guess you could say it, calling out to Wally, but it's not spelled Wally, it's Wally. And next we find out that the present day Wally has somehow started interacting with his past, except he figured out it's not real, and he calls it a hologram, a living hologram of the past. So for some reason he's able to see this, and on his desk is Superman, Barry Allen. It's got the Enterprise hanging up on the wall from the ceiling. Next Gen? No, that's the OG, the original the OG series. I want to say. Not only that, but he also has. Who is that? Is that one of the? No, that can't be Green Lantern. Gotta be someone else. Either way, Barry Allen just keeps running because he's like, what the heck is going on? This shouldn't be happening. And he's back in present day, and he finds out that some guy named G-Force is now dead. Although he kind of resembles Black Vulcan, now that I think about it, with the design choice. Now, if you remember the old Static Shock series, before he settled on his iconic look, he actually donned on a variation of Black Vulcan's outfit. So that's where I'm getting this vibe from. But as he's trying to figure out what's going on with G-Force, he finds out something called the Ultimate Race. And then a being calls out, "You live to toil and multiply. We gamble." Yes, our next characters show up. Keystone, home of the Flash. Yeah, just like in Justice League Unlimited. Keystone, or I think that's the same town as Barry is in that series, loves their Flash, and he's there for them too. So, but these two characters are actually this comic's first appearance too, and their whole shtick is they gamble planets, and well, that's my guess. Regardless, one of them goes on to say, the race is endless from world to world. G-Force has fallen. I lose. I forfeit. I win. Now the race will continue. A champion will be selected to represent this world. Global bioscan reveals the presence of several inhabitants capable of reaching the speeds required for our contest. Selection must be completed within the duration of one rotation of your globe, which is 24 hours. Though, considering they've been from planet to planet, most likely they just just one rotation of your planet. Enjoy your participation in the race. And now, yeah, they're kind of screwed. Well, people on Earth. But, Barry's like, yeah, no, let's just get the Justice League. Yeah. Let's get the Justice League on the horn and see what's going on. See what we need to figure out. Often resistance to the race is encountered. Understand, refusal to participate is considered failure in the race and subject to forfeit. This world, the home of G-Force, orbits a star in the Magellanic Clouds, or however it's pronounced. G-Force failed. He fell. The forfeit must be paid. Yeah, he wasn't from Earth. He's from a different planet, which means, yeah, when you lose your race, your planet gets destroyed. Inhabitants of Earth, select your champion. Yeah, and so this is actually after the death and rebirth of Superman, I believe. Because that's blue Superman right there. There's Steel. I don't know where the others are. If I remember correctly, there was, at least 5 different Supermen that showed up? But regardless, we have... Which Green Lantern is that? I know that's a Green Lantern. We got Martian Manhunter. We have Wonder Woman. We have Hawkman in the bottom right hand. And Batman is also there because of the symbol on the chair. I don't think they included Aquaman on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe? That's a long shot if they actually did. No. It's a long shot if they actually did. But regardless, Barry's like, yeah, do what you have to. Do what you must. Do what you can here. Yeah. He's like, no, I have to. Because apparently he's, of course, faster than Superman. So he spends the rest of the day talking with, I believe, his girlfriend, Linda. Yeah, his girlfriend, considering what's going on here. And the next morning, he goes to the start of the track, which isn't actually the start of the track, it's just the way to get to the actual place. Yellow Mask here, I'm going by the color of the mask since there's no real name, states, we will construct a track through the entire structure of your space-time continuum. You will run. Communication with your homeworld will be made possible by instantaneous transfer of information through the 4th dimension. Our technology does not operate across distance. your opponent is waiting for you at the start of the race. So, yes, this is just to get to the start of the race. You run not only for your planet, but for me. Run well. You don't actually lose anything, dude. Neither does Neither does Blue Mask. Whatever. Either way, he sizes himself up, and he starts running as soon as Yellow Mask says go. And one last call out from Wally before he's out of sight, that it says to Linda that he loves her too. And as Wally races through the cosmos, the Yellow Mask Gambler looks like he's holding the portal. I don't know, they don't really establish powers of them, apart from, yes, they can destroy a planet just by pointing their finger at it. He ends up on a space station with a bunch of cameras, and he knows that this could be like some Earth that mankind died, and TVs and cameras became the dominant species. I'm on the planet of the cameras. Yeah. But as he is taking in the sights of the space station, a bunch of electricity starts to form a bane, and here comes, his childhood friend, Krakkl, as he calls out Wally. He's like, what the hell? They're making me race my imaginary friend. And at the same time, Linda, she speaks up and says, they've tried insect noises, whale song, bird song, mathematical progressions, classical music, microwaves. Communication is not possible. What else? Jay and Joan are staying here with me while you're gone. Jay says he can keep you company when everyone else is asleep. Max is here with us right now, and he says hi. Can't believe they've got me as a direct line to you. CNN is going crazy. The possibility of an armed response to the aliens' presence was finally ruled out when the nuclear arsenals of every country in the world suddenly went offline. Yeah, so these cosmic gamblers said, no, we're flipping the switch from on to off for all your weapons. We want this race to happen. Wally, you should stop me when I start talking like a reporter. Yeah, so his girlfriend is the reporter for Channel 6 News in Keystone. Let me see. The other thing was that Green Lantern called. The latest from the JLA is that they think the aliens might be some kind of drones. I don't know. And for the record, yes, that is Kyle Rayner. I had a brain fart earlier. I forgot which one it was. But yeah, that's Kyle Rayner, and we do have confirmation that this Justice League does have Aquaman, because the only other one I could think of would have been Green Arrow. And down below we have Jay Garrick and the other Justice Society members. I think the one just to his left is what was I forgot. Something to do with the hour clock. Sands of whatever. Whatever. Anyways, now back on Cameraland, he tries talking to himself about what the heck's going on with Krakkl. And I was like, I haven't told anybody about Krakkl. I used to dream about Radioland. I thought I was dreaming. I used to sit in the dark and turn the dial until something wonderful happened. and I heard their voice, his voice. It's like, this can't be happening. This has to be impossible. It's really you. You were real. You came through the radio from another world. I thought it was all my imagination, but it was you. You told me about Radioland, the white noise rapids, the static sun. Its name is Quiz. I think that's how it's supposed to be pronounced. The most beautiful world in all transmission. That weird, tingly, fuzzy stuff. Is that how radio feels? What happened, Wally? You went away. I don't know. You got fainter every year. Until the radio was just a radio. I grew up, Krakkl. But now we're together again. Clever boy, Wally. To find radio waves. Find the wavelengths of Quiz. Together. Yeah, and now, as they continue to talk of good things, one of the hands of the Cosmic Gamblers comes in and is like, yeah, time to race. Before that happens, he goes and says, I have outraced 6 champions. Only death ends the race. But we can spit in death's face, Wally. We can find a way. I have raced 20 orbits and outrun 6 champions. While I run, the frequencies of Quiz endures. But yeah, as they're doing that, one of the Cosmic Gamblers is like, yes, the race commences. You can't do this. You can't make us run until we drop. Wow, he's actually in the place. If you do not race, your world is forfeit. You run, we gamble. But you're going to destroy our planets when we lose anyway. This is insanity. This is a no-win situation. You will run. If you do not, your world forfeit. No, your world is forfeit. You will run until you fall. Yeah. Until they find a solution, they have to do it. And thus, they hit the starting track. And they go to what he says is a black hole. And geez, that is a black hole. And that is the end of the issue. Now, if you would like me to cover issue 2 and 3, I will. But this is just to show proof as to why I believe DC versus just Sonic the Hedgehog uses Wally instead of the traditional Barry Allen for their Flash. But I will be jumping into issue number 2 next week. So until next time, everybody, goodbye.